the Cal Jones Field in the 2017 Central Union High School graduation ceremony. Class of 2017, you may take your seats. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishments of some very intelligent, athletic, hard-working Spartans. We recognize the presence of our superintendent, Mr. Renato Montaño, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Sherry Hart, and our board members, Ms. Emma Jones and Mrs. Diana Garcia Ruiz. Thank you for your commitment to the education of our students. We would like to remind all parents to please remain seated throughout the entire ceremony, including the fireworks that will take place at the end. For all of our safety, please do not move, stand on the chairs, or cross the chains. For your information, a close-up picture will be taken by a professional photography company here on the stage when your child's name is called and he or she receives the diploma cover. We appreciate your assistance, as all parents deserve the opportunity to witness this wonderful event in the life of their child, and we would hate for anyone to miss that moment. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the west gates will not be opened. At the conclusion of the ceremony, these gates will not be open. We ask for the far gates at the end of the fireworks finale. To the graduates of 2017, it has been a year to remember, and I thank you so much for all the memories. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Craig Lyon, our principal, to the podium.
Good evening, parents, guests, and graduates. It is an honor to be the principal of this great school, and as many of the graduates tonight, I had amazing teachers and coaches that influenced me when I was a student at Central. It is my hope that the graduates will use the experiences they had at Central to build the foundations to their future accomplishments. Whether there was failure or success over the past 4 years, all of these experiences were valuable lessons that have shaped these seniors into the graduating class of 2017. Tonight we get to celebrate with the class of 2017 as they complete one journey and begin to move on to achieve new goals that they have set for themselves. Before we begin tonight, I would like to recognize our amazing teachers and staff who have worked alongside our graduates to challenge and encourage them over the past 4 years. Teachers, please stand at this point. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. I would also like to recognize our counselors who have helped guide these seniors through A through G and graduation requirements, scholarships, applications, and pathways. At this time, I'd like to introduce our counselors: Olga Ortega, Harlinda Tan, Mara Sanchez, Mary Robledo Zavala, and Irma Avillard. Please stand, they're over in the corner. Also, Arcosa Ramona Campos. I'd also like to recognize a few of our retirees. First of all, Special Ed Director Chip Raska, Counselor Mara Sanchez, Teacher Terrence McCullough, and also Teacher Warren Smith. Thank you for all your service to our district and our students. Now you get to enjoy every day as a Saturday. Also, I'd like to thank my administrative team, Adrian Rodriguez, our assistant principal in charge of student services, wherever she's at. I know she's out and around taking care of things. Also, Tricia Petter, assistant principal in charge of curriculum instruction. And also Betsy Lane, Supervisor of Instruction. Special thank you to my Administrative Secretary, Elena Williams, who has a difficult task of making sure I keep things moving in the right direction. So thank you, Elena. Finally, a big thank you to our activities director, Sarah McFadden, and our ASB for their hard work setting up for this wonderful night, and our maintenance staff and Jeff Abadi for the wonderful painting on the field. So now, let's get this celebration started. I would like to bring our senior class president, Natalia Rojas, to the stage to lead us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. Ready, begin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as our great Spartan band will be playing the Star-Spangled Banner. Okay, at this time, you can now be seated. At this time, we have the opportunity to hear a couple of speeches mixed in between our band getting to play. So at this time, we're going to bring up our first senior speech, which is Clarissa Nava.
Graduation, by definition, is the receiving of an academic degree or diploma. However, today is much more than that. Today is both an ending and a beginning. It is the warm memories of the past and the big dreams of the future. As seniors who stand here ready to graduate and move forward in the world, we can't help but look back at the best 4 years of our lives. Let me begin with freshman year. As skinny little underclassmen at the bottom of the food chain, we were in for a rude awakening, spending most of our time trying to figure out who we are or where we're going, for example, to our next period. We counted down the days to eventual freedom. As sophisticated sophomores who thought we had it all figured out, we learned the ropes of Central Union High. How to sneak a cup of tea or Starbucks past the security guards, the importance of the ASB office, and most importantly, how to get away with dress code. Junior year is like the Thursday night of high school, the beginning of the end, where SAT, ACT, A through G, college, and our futures start to become real. Where the endless nights of midnight oil burnt, writing the 20 essays that Gundas assigned that night come into play. Where character is built. But we endure all this pain for one singular goal: to take over as Central Union High's new senior class and finally rule the school. And now, here we stand, trying to figure out where the past 4 years of our lives went. We all led and had many different lives and have many interesting stories to tell. But I'm sure the memories we made this year all have us feeling the same way. A great teacher once told me that life is what you make out of it. Life is the way you fold your sheet. So reminiscing about the 4 years of high school that are only given to us once, this is ultimately how I folded my sheet. My senior year is a kaleidoscope of memories. They are not always linear, but each one is important. Within those memories, two emotions remain strong. There is heartbreak. It comes when you receive your first rejection letter. When your best friends tell you they are spending the next 4 years in Ithaca, New York. The night you realize that this year changes everything. It is overwhelming and astounding, and it steals your breath away, because senior year should not be like this. It should be filled with endless parties, being treated as the adult we claim to be, and counting down the days till we get the heck out of here. But amidst the heartbreak, there is joy. It is in those music-filled Friday night games, the Saturday after our last AP Calc test when we finally knew we were all going to college. And most importantly, shuffling on that field one last time. The joy is scattered throughout, filling every dark moment with a bit of light. Today, the day of our graduation, the heartbreak is overwhelming. Today, we say goodbye to everything that was familiar, everything that was comfortable. We're moving on. But just because we're leaving and that hurts, there are some people that are just so much a part of us, they'll be with us no matter what. To a tutor who showed me to believe in myself and is probably choking back tears at the moment, thank you, Camilo. To a friend that has changed my life by just being a part of it, thank you, Antonio. And to the person who has become such a big part of who I am, one whose dreams are as big as mine, and one who will make saying goodbye so hard. I love you, Marco. So as you pack up 18 years of your life into boxes, remember those who have helped you create these small, happy moments that will resonate within you for the rest of your life. To my mom and dad, who mean the world to me, and who to the world are just another two people, thank you from the bottom of my heart. As this year's ends, so has my sheet. As you sit here thinking about the unique way you have folded your own sheet over the course of 4 years, think about how tomorrow will be different. One day we will walk past the gates of Central Union High as a student one last time. But fret not, seniors. As the sheet in our lives has been folded, a new one unfurls before us. A new opportunity to learn, to grow, and to make many new happy memories present itself. Now ask yourselves this: are you ready? Are you ready for this next grand adventure? Are you ready to, dare I say, become dreaded freshmen again in order to achieve your dreams? Whether or not you choose to pursue a higher education, an exciting new venture still awaits you. High school is a journey, and its results are based on how well you took the ride. Being one of the many who has survived the struggles and obstacles that were thrown your way should be one of the many things you should be proud of when you look back on high school. Be ready for this next step in life, and be ready to make it worthwhile. I leave you with one last question. Are you ready to fold your next sheet? Thank you, and congratulations to the new graduates of Central Union High, class of 2017.
this time, the great Spartan Band will take over the alma mater. All right, at this time, we'd like to bring up to the stage Andrea Roman, who will take care of our second speech of the night.
Before I begin, I'd like for you to turn to one of your neighbors and shake their hand. And while you're at it, tell them, "Hi, I'm in your senior class. We're graduating today." All right. I wanted the people around you to be acknowledged because some of these faces might be a bit unfamiliar. Some of them might be your best friends. You might have come from De Anza or Corfman, Wilson or Kennedy. Some people might have moved in from Oklahoma or Rialto, or even from halfway across the world. But despite our different origins, I'd like to take a moment to shed some light on the fact that today, we all share something in common. And no, it's not that we're all wearing caps and gowns, or that we're all seniors. But actually, in fact, we are seniors. We are seniors graduating today. Let the realization settle in. For some of us, we thought the moment would never come. We have accomplished more than just A through G requirements. Years prior to today, we took our first step on this unknown campus, and now we are walking off this field, still bleeding blue, and being so darn glad that we went to Central High. A lot will be missed. The Friday night lights, the assemblies, the spirit weeks, the staff, the dances. You'll miss seeing those friendly faces and having that sense of belonging at school. You'll miss sharing good laughs with teachers and peers. You'll miss that desk that you sat in for the final quarter. You'll miss all of the good memories. Those everyday conversations and routines won't happen anymore. But take a moment to reflect upon the years. I want you to realize that there are always people supporting you on this journey, and it may have been your family, your counselors, your teachers, your friends, or even your coaches. Be thankful for the people that have entered your life within these past 4 years, because I can guarantee you that without them, you would not be in the same position as you are today. My English teacher shared a short story with me about a train and how the train would pass through valleys and over hills, and when the train stopped, people would get on and some people would get off. The whole message behind it was that the train's journey represented life's trip, and with each stop, people would hop on the train and enter your life. Some people would get off the train due to destiny or even death. But the moral was that you have to enjoy the train ride while you can, because you never know when your stop is going to be next. We have this canvas in front of us, and we're working to put all these details and colors into it. And it takes months of work to put together. But once you're finished, you admire your work of art. Life is a beautiful masterpiece, and you are the artist. When you walk across the stage, I want you to think past the diploma. You're carrying more than just a piece of paper with you. You are carrying pride. Each and every one of you have a reason to be proud of yourself. You have just concluded the first chapter of your life, and you can only add on from here. With that said, go on. Move forward. Turn your dreams into something real. Save lives as a speech pathologist or a neurosurgeon. Inspire as a teacher or a musician. Care for the earth as an environmentalist. Protect as a member of the Army, Marines, or Air Force. But most importantly, love. Do not leave high school with bad ties. Do not move on without giving yourself a peace of mind. Continue to show love for people. Continue to show love to your career. Continue to love yourself, because you can't please everyone. I will be honest. Life from here on out will not be a stroll through the park. It is going to be a rough ride across unstable bridges and jagged mountains. There will be times where you might find yourself at a standstill. It is the moment where the author gets writer's block and asks the question, what now? Tonight, some of you might ask yourselves that question, or even next week or next year. I'm happy to say that I have the answer for you, because right now, we have reached our stop. We are getting off the train and getting ready to board another. Before I say farewell, I'm asking you all for one more favor. I want you to close your eyes with me. And don't peek, because that's cheating. You won't get the same experience. So close your eyes. All right. Catch the scent of the air. The wet grass, the kettle corn coming from the snack bar, the smoke after the fireworks at homecoming. Listen to the crowd screaming at the games. Listen to the band playing. Picture the batons and the flags flying through the air. Picture the athletes sprinting across the field, the horse running through the trailers. Now imagine the front of the school. The sign that says Central Union High School, and as you walk past it, behind it, it says, through these gates, pass the best students in the world. Class of 2017, open your eyes. Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm in your senior class. We're making your history today. Thank you.
At this time, senior band students, please join the Great Spartan Band for your last performance.
Alexa, I'm sorry, but I'm recording. Huh? Oh, wait, she's gonna play. Now we're here. pasa, amigo Rubén? Estoy en la enfermedad aquí, pero todavía no sale. ¿Verdad? Oh, después termina. Ahorita la luz ya está. Mal entendido, disculpa, amigo. Sí, sí, que me falta. Debe estar. Puedo decir
All right, we're getting close.
I love you, James!
All right, let's hear it for the Great Spartan Band. All right. Now, time that the reason we're here tonight. This time, Superintendent Mr. Montano, Assistant Superintendent Sherry Hart, school board members, Board Trustee Emma Jones, Board Trustee Diana Garcia-Reese, students, parents, faculty, and guests. The counselors have reviewed all graduation requirements of the Central Union High School District and have verified to me that the seniors here tonight have successfully completed all graduation requirements, 220 credits in the appropriate categories, a GPA of 2.0 or higher. It is now my pleasure to present the class of 2017 to Central Union High School District and the school board for acceptance as graduates to confer their diplomas. At this time, I'm going to have Mrs. Emma Jones come up here and accept the class.
No wisecracks, I am standing. It gives me great pleasure to be here tonight to represent the school district and the school board to accept you. 4 years ago, you started out as freshmen. That was your beginning. Tonight, 2017, June 2nd, is your end. Go on and do better things in your life. Remember the good times here. Upon Mr. Lyons' recommendation and certification to the board, you have met all your graduation requirements. I am accepting you on behalf of the Board of Education and the Central Union High School District. You may now switch your tassels and get ready to get your diplomas. One last thing I need to say. If you have to drink and drive, drink a Coca-Cola.
Thank you, and now we're going to get set up. Give us a few minutes right here real quick, and we're going to be ready. Counselors.
Viviana Isabel Blancarte. Miu Oriuchi. Bailey Sayu Raby. Antonio Proctor Martinez. Hector Estrada. Richard Guzman. Oscar Monzon. Cristina Marquez. Martín Granados Lizarra. Paola Verdugo. Now graduating magna cum laude, Marco Antonio Peralta Ochoa. Valeria Catalán Landeros. Joseph Salazar. Ariana Rain Valenzuela. Christopher Villalobos.
Like that. You went.
Alia Eras. Grace Sanchez. Arilla Alexander Berenji. Andrea Roman. Brianna Diaz. Peter Rivas. Michaela Dory Robinson. Alexandra Villa. Atiana Glass. Diego Canchola. Clarissa Nava. Santiago Adrián Rosas. Lisbeth Perrusquilla Jauregui. Mayra Isabel Garza. Nolan Lecourtier. Suelen López Razo. Kristen Quiroz. Daniel Tucker. Isabella Muñoz Buford.